Alright, howdy howdy. I meant to clear my throat before unmuting my microphone. Sorry about that. We are doing some Roguemon today. I did just realize that technically I do have a few more attempts left on Roguemon Rebels for Psychic type, but I want to do Ascension 2 today. I want to get my third win, alright? And Roguemon Rivals, I can't win, right? So, I mean, I guess I can win if I beat... Anyways, we'll get to that maybe, a couple hours in or another day. For now, we're going to do Ascension 2 and go back to our queue. So we've got some bug-type runs to do here. I'll be a little bit distracted, keeping an eye on Camman52's E4 run here. Out of the lab. Bug type is a little bit tricky, so I think we'll probably have to do a little bit of scouting. Don't really know what works best in bug type, other than look for like a mon that evolves out of it pretty quickly, like Cutiefly could be interesting. We do have a luxury ball, so if there's any friendship bugs, I think that's just Snom, isn't it? This thing is terrible. I can use Fake Out to scout for Shield Dust and Inner Focus. Sizzlipede? I want to catch that, level 8. Sizzlipede is one of the go-tos because it evolves relatively early and often out of bug type into fire type, which is much better. I don't know if you're aware. Another 35 HP Pokemon. That is just too much. Too much of the small BST being spent on HP is not good. Should I maybe consider the Burmy? I want to see what this 5th Pokemon is. It's not the Wurmple. These are supposed to be balanced encounter rates. I might want to go consider the Dwebble. Okay, Shelmet. Shelmet is a Rogue Stone Evo. do you have? 7 damage with the Roar Beam. 9 to 13 at level 9. I don't know. I'm not sold on any of these. Dwell's a level 34 Evo. Alright, well, it's pretty fast. I'm just gonna catch it here. Color change? Oh, man. How did I not figure that one out? Didn't I hit it with Fake Out? No, I forgot to. Oops. It's pretty good, though. I'm gonna want to catch that, I think, without color change. Alright, that's color change. Please let me... You know what? Fair enough. Alright, so Waddle, Snom, Relor. Relor is the friendship Evomon, that's right. Now I remember how bug type works. You want Relor. Well, I want Relor. It's the best way to get a run going, and getting a run going is the best way to win a run. How do you get rid of Metronome? Did I get any... No luxury balls, so even if we do find a Relor out in the wild... Ooh. Alright, so we're looking for basically anything now, since we know we can't... Oh no, we can get Relor. Damn it, sorry, I got distracted by Cam Man dying in the E4, and then using the revive. Alright, let's see if one of these items maybe is a luxury ball, hopefully. Blue Milk. Probably not a good idea to pick up more items, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Dizzy Punch was not in the first slot. Dizzy Punch is not the move that's gonna go. Ooh, level 9 Trace Larvest. I want to catch that. There's also an Inkata. Oh, a lot of really fun Pokemon here. I want to see maybe some good abilities. Just okay, Serene Grace and Inkata. I gotta catch that, right? Oh my god, this thing's amazing. Thunderbolt and Drill Peck is... Maybe it's Thunderbolt and Drill Peck is what makes it amazing, but still. I'm gonna catch that with a different nature. I should also maybe catch that Clear Body Relor. Level 8. We have one more catch after this. Better nature, but just like way, way worse special attack stat. Huge power Weedle would be nice in A1, but unfortunately, that's not this. I'm looking for another clear body, or for a clear body Relor. There it is. Okay, so this one. And Cam Man just knocked out my only other remaining Roguemon Rivals win. So I get nothing unless I manage to beat Psychic in my next few attempts. But even that would not give me a chance to actually win the whole thing. So I don't know. I guess I'm eliminated. I'm eliminated from Roguemon Rivals. Cam Man really waited, didn't play until, you know, he had the chance to just knock me out twice. It's alright. It's alright. Really what I care about is Decision 2 wins. And those aren't coming either. What do I want to run? Like, the Relor is, I think, the safer bet, and Nikata's the fun bet. I think I'm gonna go with the Relor. I want that early Evo. I trust it more. Alright. Egg on. Give me the HP cap increase. And here we go. We are more of a physical attacker than special. So unless we have a super effective move, I'll probably be going with Dizzy Punch. Maybe not. Uh-oh. Sludge might kill me. I need to heal here, otherwise I die. Now I'm poisoned. And I don't have any poison heals. So that's not good. Do I get rid of Metronome here? Or do I keep Metronome for the chance to Metronome into Aromatherapy? You know what? Yeah. We're not the fastest Pokemon in the world. Can I get to this item? It's going to be a poison heal. Red Flute. I think I'm just going to try to get to these items. Howdy, hi, Shuriken. Welcome in. I'm desperately trying to survive. I guess it could go to this one. This is gonna be closer. We got poisoned the first fight, as is tradition. Just no poison heals this time around. I'm hopeful that we can find a poison heal in these next two items. If not, I do have aromatherapy to try and metronome, or not, no, I don't have aromatherapy. I have metronome to try and luck into aromatherapy or a heal bell. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't need to see. Alright. Larvesta, please. You're barely faster than me. I know because we caught one of you. Berry juice? I'm gonna equip that. And then we'll use it when it becomes appropriate to use, which is going to be pretty quickly here. All right, so no heals, no poison heals. I'm gonna fight this guy now. It's only got one Pokemon. Unfortunately, it's a freaking massive Pokemon. All right, metronome. There goes the berry juice. Okay, you need to die. Oh, damn it. Would have evolved into a pincer. Alright, I'm advancing the queue after that one. That one took too long. Still another bug type run here. Shelmet, Venipede, Anorith. Give me Anorith. Mixed attacker. Somewhat usable moves. Not amazing, but usable. And dead. Alright. I always take Riller when I can. A little bit on the slow side this time. I do have a quick claw I can use. Memento? Nope. So stay away from the level 8 Rellors in the wild. This thing is probably too slow to scout, so I might just take the wilds. Or the 5... and keep the 5 balls here. 5 abandoned Pokemon. Drizzle Fire Punch is not a great combo. Drought Fire Pokemon, right? And Shadow Ball, there's a lot of Fire Ghost Pokemon, and by a lot I mean like 2. So that might be interesting. No speed. Truant. Cracked? Surskit it is. Thunderbolt, Fire Blast, Stab, Megahorn. Battle Armor. 4-star Pokemon right here. Could the Sizzlipede potentially be better? Yes. There's a decent chance that this evolves into something like a lower BST water Pokemon than I'd like. We have Fire Blast, so I want to take the 5-5 Wilds unless it's just something crazy good, and it's not. So, We can just Fire Blast our way through this. No focus energy. You are fire type, so it's gonna be tough to hit you with Fire Blast. Well, tough to kill you with Fire Blast. At least tougher than it is to kill the other ones. I probably should have hit Thunderbolt for that last hit. We can still fight one more without Fire Blast, probably. Stab Megahorn does a bunch. Alright. We have plenty of space under the heal cap, so I'm gonna go grab all these items. I don't want to be stuck in a situation where I'm poison dancing again. I already got that item. An extra potion. And another extra potion. Alright, well, we have lots of potions. Guess we can potion our way through any poison if that happens like that. We don't have to worry about getting crit. So that makes life a little bit more predictable. I did heal, so let's go. Let's see. Fire Blast and Megahorn are both about the same power here with the Drought. We're gonna go for the Megahorn. Just because it's more PP. I should avoid making contact if I don't have to. Oh, boy. Okay. Could we not take a giant hit like that again? Skull Bash? Nah. Our defense is pretty high, so I don't really need the two-turn move that's going to raise my defense. Don't poison me? God damn it, every time. That didn't mean to do that. I'm throwing already. Alright. Potion again. I think we're fast enough to do some poison dancing here. We're gonna take a tick here anyway, so... God. I'm gonna be using a potion earlier than I meant to. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I had not just sped up out of panic, I would be at the right place right now. Alright, there we go. Dartrix, Fire Blast. It's not one shot. That's a huge hit. Oh boy. Play rough. I'll take that over Horn Attack. Yeah. Like, Horn Attack doesn't give me much coverage. Because it's, you know, it's never super effective. If I add Fairy, that actually doesn't give me much coverage other than super effective coverage. But it's less PP and it's lower accuracy. I'll still take it. Do I fight the last trainer at the cost of a potion? Or maybe more? I think not. Oh, I did my math wrong there. I think we have enough HP to get to the Pokemon Center without using a potion. Yeah. Just barely. Okay, Rival 2, here we go. It's a Toddle. Fire Blast. Misses twice in a row. And then, you know what? Man. That was gonna be a terrible Evo anyways. Well, because it'd be quad weaknesses and grass type and all that. Man. You know what? You know what, chat? I want to play some HeartGold DuoMon. I was working on the patches for them. I released the patches. So let's change things up a bit. We are playing HeartGold DuoMon. It's like smart AI, doubles, a smart AI IronMON-like doubles. There we go. If Roguemon isn't being kind to me, let's just change things up. I know HeartGold's not going to be any kinder to me, but at the very least, it'll be different. So let's save. And then close up a bit. HeartGold, so Silver, DuoMon. I wonder if this is set up correctly. I honestly don't know what my scene here looks like. This is probably a bad idea to swap over to it in the middle of stream without having verified first that everything looks right. But we're doing it anyways. Why does this all look wrong? Oh, because normally I have it full screen, don't I? No, that's not it. Do I have it half screen? Do I have it full screen over here? Does this look right? Yeah, okay. Well, I gotta fix that then. Do I have my new run settings set up? Yes. No, let's just remove all of our filters here. And I'll just fix it. I'll fix it live on stream. So this is supposed to be the top screen. So I need to be like there. Something like that. It would be easier if there was actually something showing on the top screen right now. Hold on. Let me make sure. All right, this is not a real run, by the way. This was a practice run from yesterday. make sure everything worked correctly in terms of the ROM. I did patch it up a bit. Also need to change the YouTube title. Okay, so I should be looking at something like this. And then for the bottom screen, I've got howdy, Jasper. Just scuffed setting up a new scene for a different Pokemon game here. Got to figure out everything with the DS having 2 screens. But the Game Boy games were not going well for me, so I decided to swap things up a bit. So this is going to be a heavily randomized version of HeartGold, where also every battle is a double battle. So there's a lot more, a lot of extra thinking to do. All right, then this is the tracker, so I need it to be there. How are you doing today? Okay, that's everything there. How did I have this set up? Like, where did I fit everything on this one? Hold on, let me look at another HeartGold scene I've done. This was the most recent one, right? Yeah. Sorry for the scuffed. I decided to do this in a way that I probably shouldn't have decided to do it. This is so much worse. Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? Let's get rid of that. Let's put that away for now. Don't worry about it, Panda. We're fixing it up real quick. It'll be nice and pretty in just a moment. Oh, you know what I also need to do? Okay, tracker setup. I need, wait, where is it? Tracker appearances. Where is the team view or the doubles view? Because I know that exists on this, right? Doesn't it? This is doubles. This is DuoMon. There it is, doubles mode. Which I guess just means it'll be able to swap. Never mind, that's not going to do much for me. Okay. You know what I need to do? I need a different chat. Not like y'all, but a different chat scene or source. I have this one? No, that's a bigger one. What did I use in the HeartGold tourney? I used chat 3. Okay. I really should have done this before stream, but I didn't decide to actually play this until after after Rogue was very unkind to me on the first few attempts. Okay, here's a nice little small compact chat. Okay, and then put me like in the bottom corner here. Oh, this looks all right. This looks all right. Something like that. You can get a little bit higher that way. There we go. That looks pretty decent. Alright. So there's that. Now, let's re-randomize to get a proper new game. The pixels aren't perfectly lined up. I know. I know they aren't. It's kind of rough. I guess I also need to have the... Do I have a command? DuoMon? I do. Oh wow, look at that. Let's put that info. Let's put that like, I don't know. Here. Here-ish. And I also need my number of attempts, so this is gonna be a text source. And that will be reading from, there's actually just a straight up DuoMon attempts. Let's see, HeartGold DuoMon's attempts added. There we go. That like there. Sure. We'll never get above triple digits, right? Surely. We're starting at 0. As far as I'm concerned, we're starting at 0. All right. Favorites. I need to set these. I'll just leave them as they are. Then let me actually open up the... First of all, let me disable all the Rogue One redeems for now. And I will enable the redeem to pick a favorite, which is somewhere in here. Change a favorite for 1,000. Yeah. And I'm actually also going to have a pricier one to change the legendary, legendary favorite, because you are allowed to have one legendary favorite, I believe. Let me just double check that. Wait a second. That might not be the case, actually. That is not the case in DuoMon. Never mind. I'm misremembering game modes. So everything's fine. I got everything set up correctly. All looks good. Huh. Okay, so... Actually, favorites mean nothing in DuoMon. I'm just remembering that. Well, I guess they mean you can catch 2 of a Pokemon. That doesn't mean much. So if I take Lapras, I have to fight Dragonite. I'm going to change a favorite to Lapras. We'll get that for the next run. But you know what? Just for you, we'll run this Lapras. Or at least we'll take this Lapras. It's really good. We'll even name it after you. So, in DuoMon HeartGold, you basically just catch every available Pokemon, and then compare which one you want to run. By the way, these doors, I added those because nobody likes wandering around the grass and dying before they even get into the first fight. Admittedly, though, hold on. If I wanted to do this the optimal way, I put on the smoke ball, right? And I go grab this stuff. And hey, look, there's an early Pokeball. I can actually get an early second Pokemon. I don't know how that interacts with the doubles requirements. So let's catch this Vileplume. I'm actually curious about this. If it will make this next one doubles. It shouldn't, because the rival only has one Pokemon. But we can also decide which one we want to run. And wow, Heatproof Vileplume. That's pretty good. Oh, and it has Twister, and we're fighting a Dragonite. So we're gonna lead with the Vileplume here. This is gonna be our runner for fighting the rival. That's doing nothing. Holy crap. At least I can't get poisoned. So in HeartGold, you do get a bunch of potions to start out, which is a very nice thing. Because what is happening here? Could you please stop missing? It's one stage down of accuracy. Using up all my heals here. Thank you. All right. Oof. So yeah, Vileplume's pretty decent. Would be better if it had more than one special attack. As everybody knows, the rival's name in Gold and Silver was question mark, question mark, question mark. As that is what it shows on his, that's what he says his name is when you talk to him. There is a, yeah, healing station here. So the way that the doubles mode works in the tracker, I'm just remembering this now, is it means you can press start and swap between your two Pokemon to see which one is which. So, doesn't actually give me anything extra on the screen, which is a little bit unfortunate. I would like to have two tracker windows, one to show each of my Pokemon, but that's not really how it works. Let's see. We need to fight, where we need to catch one of every Pokemon to figure out what we want to run. So these should be rebalancing counter rates. Meaning we should see like the level 6 Meganium here pretty quickly. I'll compare everything once we've caught everything. Forewarn, okay. The annoying thing about Double or DuoMon is that there's really no reason to do much scouting because you are allowed to catch one of every Pokemon. So, an ability like Forewarn doesn't really tell you a whole lot. Doesn't really help you a whole lot. Unless you're like deciding whether or not to catch a Pokemon for having Forewarn. I'll take a look at these. All right. Meganium. Dry Skin means it's extra weak to fire. Let's not run that one then. I still think right now our best combo is going to be Vileplume and Lapras. How many balls do I have? 2? Let's go get more. Definitely the tedious part of DuoMon is getting the run going because you catch every Pokemon. I think maybe I look into changing that up before the tourney. Like I think instead of catch one of every Pokemon, it's like you get to catch 5 Pokemon and decide which 2 you want to run. Nosepass might top off at level 5 here, actually. I think there's only one level 6 in this grass. I feel like if you're catching more than 5 Pokemon in addition to your starter, you're not really getting much value out of it. We do have to take this first fight before we can catch any more Pokemon. Wait, there's still these guys too. Hold on. Hold on, there's still more Pokemon to catch. I've already caught a Nosepass, I've already caught a Vileplume. The third Pokemon here, we have not seen yet. Turtwig? I'm not even going to bother catching it. Alright, so Vileplume is more of a special attacker than physical. Apparently Twister hits both. Wow. Alright. Lapras also more of a special attacker. Unfortunately, your best special moves are resisted by both of these Pokemon. They're only level 3 though, so I don't mind. Just... E-Sense? Very nice. I will take that over Metal Burst. Howdy, howdy, Guppy. Welcome in. We're playing a different Pokemon game this time. Well, I finally got my my overlay set up, so that's nice. I got my stream set up, my stream scene set up, so it does not look like the monstrosity it was when I switched over to this game. Because this is on my Nintendo DS rather than my Game Boy Advanced. So I have to deal with 2 screens. And speaking of things that there are 2 of, every fight in this game mode is a double battle. So instead of it being 1v1, it's 2v2. So we want to figure out 2 Pokemon to run. That thing is a mixed attacker with no defenses. I don't know if I want to run that over the Vileplume. I think I prefer the Vileplume, but the Vileplume doesn't have any moves. So maybe the Ursa Ring is better. I'm going to keep the Vileplume up front for now. The way this game mode works is we're allowed to catch 1 of every Pokemon and decide which 2 we're going to run. Like, 1 of every Pokemon that's available to us in, like, the first few areas. So, I think there's a total of, like, 15 or something. So this might take a while. is a rule I might look into changing, just to get runs going a little bit faster. Especially because, like, the game is running really fast for me, because my Nintendo DS can handle it. But a lot of people's Nintendo DSs are like laptops and are not capable of running as fast as this. Ooh, Lucario? That's a pretty big Pokemon right there. Is it any good? 30 HP. Huge power means it's banned unless I only want to use special moves. Because that is an illegal ability, I'm not going to count that as a catch. I'm going to just throw that away. And I might look into catching another one, but I won't look too hard. If it doesn't want to show up with a different ability, then we'll just not catch it with a different ability. We'll just not run Lucario at all. Makuhita is definitely too weak. Alright, there's also Pokemon in the cave here, as well as a few items. Ivysaur is probably a good enough Pokemon to run, even though it's an Evo run. Even though it's lower BST, it does get some good evolution options. Actually looks pretty solid. A little bit on the slow side, but that's to be expected for a low BST Pokemon like this. Plug and Giga Impact, not, you know, an amazing move, or amazing moveset, but runnable. If this was the tourney, I would definitely consider running it for double points. Although I still need to figure out how exactly we want to handle double point Pokemon in the tourney with a doubles format. A lot of what I'm doing right now is thinking about how we're going to use this game mode in the upcoming tourney in like mid-September. This Walrein is solid. Mixed attacker, has a stab move, learns moves, which is important. There's one more Pokemon here, but it is a 1% encounter, so I'm not going to look for it too long. Encounter rates are supposed to be balanced, but when I tried to do that for Dark Cave, it crashes the tracker. So, nope, well there it is, it's a Jigglypuff. I'll catch it because if we find a Moonstone, we can just evolve it right away. So if it's got like really good moves, it might be worth holding on to. It doesn't. It's probably not worth. Although, I can just take the item off of it. It's a free TM. Why not? U-turn TM? Okay. We can only use that when we don't have an HM friend with us, because it does swap us out of the fight. Alright, another attempt to get a Lucario without an illegal ability. We'll have to look at it in the PC. Huge power again. Alright, well, we're releasing it again. I would say right now our leading candidates are Walrein. Oh, do I really want to run 2 Water Ice Pokemon though? That doesn't seem like a great idea. Something that might be nice would be a Drizzle Pokemon, because Lapras has Swift Swim. We are going to run ads here while we do a little bit more scouting in the next and final route. Well, actually, there's two more locations, but one of them only has 1 Pokemon. So we'll check that real quick. But yeah, let's run those ads. If you get hit with those ads, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Motham, nah. I don't care how good that Motham is, I'm not going to run it. A flying bug Pokemon that's like 410 BSC or whatever it is. Ditto, Smeargle. Graveler. There's still one more Pokemon here. Miltank? Sure. Maybe I'm gonna just look a few more times in case we see one that has a different ability. I don't know what this ability is. I'm just looking to see if it has like a weather ability. Because Drizzle would pair well with the Lapras, and Drought would pair well with the Walrein. Because Lapras has Swift Swim, Walrein has Chlorophyll. Those abilities raise speed in Rain and Drought, respectively. Alright, doesn't look like it has a weather ability. By the way, is the StreamerBot Connect set up right now? Can I like search Drought? I can, and I can see that there's nothing there. What about Drizzle? I don't think we've seen either of those, right? Gibble has Drizzle. Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. What if we do a Gibble Evo run? Gibble was in here, right? Another chance to try and get a legal Lucario. Alright, Gibble with Drizzle. Let's catch this. It'd have to be really good to run. First of all, Lucario, huge power again, so... I could just commit to only using special moves on it. It's a good special attacker, so maybe I do that. I like the Gibble Lapras combo here. I know that it's a very low BST Pokemon. By the way, thank you for whichever one of my brilliant mods shouted out Guppy right there. I'm guessing it was red with the gonk. Alright, I think I'm gonna run Panda and Gibble. Does anybody want to get naming rights on the Drizzle Gibble? If not, I might just call it Dribble. It's a terrible name. It's perfect. Yes, so name raider, you Gibble, because you have Drizzle, will now be known as Dribble. Alright, so this is our runner combo here. Gibble is going to evolve at 24, and we're going to like lose the entire point of running it in the first place, because it's going to get a different ability. But it seems like a fun idea, so I'm going to do it. We're going to fight... who first? Actually, first thing we're going to do, we're going to put on the Smoke Ball on Panda. And I think we're going to fight this guy first because he has the lowest level Pokemon. So, Panda's going to be super fast here. Having Brine on Drizzle actually really works well because that's basically giving it the same type of attack bonus. It's a 50% increase. And because it's always going second, if a Pokemon does not get killed by E-Sense from Panda, it probably gets killed by the Drizzle from Dribble. By the Brine from Dribble. I'm confusing myself now. Maybe let's go for Ancient Power on Blastoise here. If it survives. And it did. Wow. We don't need to learn Harden. I'm a little bit concerned about that Wormadam. Did I grab this hidden item? I did. Alright. I'm not fully in HeartGold mindset yet. Like, remembering where all the hidden items are. Okay, I fought you. I need to fight you. That's right. We'll E-Sense you, and we will Brine you. So that's all the trainers before Sprout Tower. So next up is the first dungeon of the HeartGold run. Sprout Tower. I did, now that I think about it, forget about just about every item that I have access to this point. There's a whole bunch of items in the Ruins of Alph here. So there's one here. That's a heal powder, that's a full heal. There's one here. There's one here. A rare candy. This is not Roguemon, so we can actually just hold on to that. And I think the rest are behind Rock Smash. We can't get those yet. And I can't go in there yet. Alright. I don't have an escape rope, do I? You get access to 4 more items if you have an escape rope, because that is used to solve one of the puzzles. Alright, these are some big Pokemon. I think E-Sense and Brine will take them out, though. Here, I think it's E-Sense... E-Sense the Meganium, and then Brine the Meditite. Oh, hey, you've got Rain Dish. Oops. I really wish I could just hit enter, and it would set my note rather than making a Windows noise. I get DuoMon set up with you having some time over the weekend. It should be fun. I might petition Murph to make some changes to the rules just to get runs going a little bit faster. Because as it works right now, you are allowed to, and therefore encouraged, to catch one of every Pokemon that's available to you before walking into Sprout Tower. Oh, I'm definitely taking Rain Dance because once we evolve and don't have Drizzle anymore, Dribble might be useless. So, having Rain Dance to keep that role available could be really nice. Ice Shard's probably going to kill Dribble. It doesn't. Doesn't quite. But we are looking kind of haggard. I think what I'm going to do is heal. I only have the one potion because I used up all of my potions fighting the rival. Still think I need to do this, though. Smart AI can be really brutal in doubles. They will pick on the weaker Pokemon. As you can see, Panda has not been hit once. I'm going to take Smelling Salt over Sand Attack, because I can use Smelling Salt to cure Dribble if Dribble gets paralyzed. Let's use Ancient Power against Murkrow because it's going to be super effective. It missed because you used Sand Attack one time. Alright. The rare chance to use Magma Storm, I guess. Actually, let's go for X-Scissor. Yeah, that works. We only have so many Magma Storms. Yeah, like, for me, it goes pretty quickly because my PC can handle it. Wait a second, you're Electric Ghost, right? I forget that Rotom is always Electric Ghost in Gen 4. Rework how I was doing this. Essence, Rotom, and then Brine. Also Rotom, if Rotom survives, it will Brine the Chingling. Or if Rotom doesn't survive, rather. Wake Up Slap. Look at this. We've got ways to cure each other's status conditions. It's great. Dribble can cure Panda's sleep, and Panda can cure Dribble's paralysis. Yeah, HeartGold So Silver runs slowly on a lot of people's setups. Which is one of the reasons I kind of want to make sure we have it as streamlined as possible so that people are not discouraged from running their attempts. Which is one of the big reasons why I put in the work to set up the quality of life patch. Yeah, thank you, Red, for giving a shout out to Sam. I just keep hitting Essence, I guess. This is a good Ancient Power opportunity. Both of these Pokemon quad weak to it. Yeah, the patch is available. I just need to change up the GitHub a little bit to show that the patch is available. Can we please get a potion? Some sort of heal? No? Alright, well... Venusaur is weak to Essence, so we should be one-shotting that. And then I'll... just keep using Brine. Does not one-shot, that's surprising. It will one-shot the Onix, surely. Quad effective, in the rain. Does not, okay. Well, that was my last Brine, but I do have super effective Ancient Power for Anorith. Alright, that's a full clear Sprout Tower. We get a perfectly legal TM. That TM contains Wing Attack. That's a really good move. I'm gonna see if Gible can learn it. Gible can learn it. I might teach it to Gible before it evolves. I'm not gonna teach it right now because Gible is not a physical attacker. Oh wait, Gible is a physical attacker. Hold on. Gible's a mixed attacker. Yeah, Gible's main purpose is still just to boost Lapras a bit. I want to keep Rain Dance, and I like the idea of the Wake Up Slap strat. Anything you can do on your end to help HeartGold Silver run smoother? For me, nothing helped until I upgraded my PC. So, yeah, I think it's mostly a processor limitation. Wake Up Slap is super effective on Lapras, so it's not a great it's not a great idea probably to use it, especially since it's going to be super effective and doubled power. But still, it's a really good move to have for the enemy too, for fighting the opponent. I'm gonna hold on to Wing Attack for now. If we get low on Ancient Powers, I'll probably just teach Wing Attack over it. That also reminds me, I haven't checked to see who can learn U-Turn. They both can learn U-Turn. But U-Turn's a bit of a dangerous one because I can't use it if we have an HM friend. Because I'll be swapping out my main Pokemon, and that's a no-no. Alright. First attempt at Faulkner's Gem today. Ho-Oh and Dragonair. Okay, so that's a little scary there. Essence and Brine both on the Ho-Oh. We want to get rid of that as soon as possible. If it survives, Brine will do. Uh-oh. You have dry skin? Oh no. Oh, big uh-oh. Okay. That's fine. We Essence and we Ancient Power. That's quite effective. I should have done Ancient Power in the beginning anyways. Please do not target Dribble. You have Volt Tackle, so I don't have to worry about it that much. We're actually in a really bad spot here. We might be dead here. I don't have any heals. I think I am just dead. Please do something stupid. That's not the stupid thing I was asking you to do. All right, well, that's the run. We do not win on attempt number 1. As soon as one Pokemon is dead, the run is over. So that's a real shame. I think this Lapras was definitely a runner, especially now with it just picking up Judgment. Maybe going for the Gible was not the best idea. I liked the synergy to get our speed doubled by having Swift Swim and Drizzle, but all right, let's take a look at the log. Other ability was Solar Power, which basically the opposite. We would have wanted to be in Sunlight, although that actually would have hurt us every turn in Sunlight. We were getting Psychic at 27. Yeah, the Lapras was really good. The Lapras was a winning Pokemon. The main issue was I did not take a good partner for it. Lucario did have a second ability. So probably would have been better off if I had kept looking for that. But really what we needed, I think, was a physical attacker for the Ho-Oh. This thing had so much special defense. It had tons of physical defense too, but if we had a good physical rock move, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Back to the lab. What do we have this time? Hippowdon, Flygon, Slowbro. Hippowdon fights Slowbro. Flygon fights Hippowdon. Let's take the Hippowdon. It's not amazing. It's a special attacker with no special attacking moves. Let's put on the Smoke Ball. I'm gonna grab the items this time rather than going through the warps. That is the advantage of having the Smoke Ball. So I'm going to look for an early Pokeball because I think it's going to be tough for this Hippowdon to beat the rival. No early balls. All right. Well, let's see how Drill Peck does. Oh, it's not going to do well. Got it. Unfortunately, the rival is Smart AI. Every trainer is Smart AI in DuoMon. So, whereas in regular Kaizo and HeartGold, this guy is going to intentionally lose you. In DuoMon and Monomon and Murphmon, all the Murphverse game modes with Smart AI, he is going to do his best to beat you up. Wake up. About the crit. Wild Clefairy in chat, by the way, if he wants to catch it. Don't need to look at the log that time. Just moving forward. Kakuna, Fortress, Vileplume. Vileplume fights the Fortress. Fortress fights the Kakuna. I'll take the Fortress. It's Truant. And it has 2 moves that are quad resisted, and 1 move that's resisted, and 1 move that's super effective but uses the wrong attack stat. Again, we are going to be looking for an early ball. Wrong door. Didn't mean to go there. If you get something good, just try to skip. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to typically approach it. If you get something that you know you're just going to run and you really think is going to beat the rival, there's really no point picking up the items unless you think unless you think you need items. But you start off with 5 potions anyways, so I would say mainly the warps help you just to get back, but it probably is more important to use the smoke ball to get through and get all the items than it is to I forget where I was going with that sentence. The sentence went on too long, and I didn't really know where it was going anymore. So sorry about that. I should not have healed on that turn. I should have healed on the truant turn. Like, this is a turn to heal on because I'm truant. It honestly plays a little bit too fast. I think definitely when I play this in the tourney, I'm going to be using the patch that does not have the limiter lifted, because this plays so fast that I a lot of times just miss what's happening. Oh hey, there's an early ball. Unfortunately, I don't get that one until after the rival's gone. All right. Oh no! Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? All right. So what do we have here? Krabby. I've only seen the Krabby. I have not seen the other Pokemon here yet. Yanma evolves at 33. That's potentially doable. Gardevoir? Okay. Murph caught a shiny Yanma just like half an hour ago. Well, congratulations to him. Alright, let's catch this Gardevoir. It does learn a move at 6, so I don't mind catching it level 5. Shield Dust? The nature's bad, but I really like Shield Dust. I like the stat spread for a physical attacker. It's got some pretty good moves. Kind of like it. It's a leading candidate right now, which is not saying a whole lot because currently our other candidate is a Truant Fortress, but, you know, I'll say it anyways. Togepi is a Friendship Evo. I'd say that's worth a catch and to see about evolving it. That's pretty solid. Like, it has a good move, is what I'm trying to say. It's not amazing, but it has a good move. I could catch the Whiscash. I might as well. There's no downside to it. I had to go lurk up in Murph's stream. He's 1 inch tall? This is not a great Whiscash. 5 special defense with a quad weakness. How about no? Is there anything good to run in this grass? So I think right now what we're looking at is sending the Gardevoir and the Togepi through the first fight to try and get Togepi that level up and the Friendship Evo. So let's take it over to Satan over here. And we'll lead off with the Gardevoir and Togepi. Drop off the mons that we're definitely 100% not running, which is to say the Fortress that has Truant and the Whiscash. And then see if we can beat this first trainer to open up access to a few more pivot options. Those are some big Pokemon. Thankfully, Dragon Rush is super effective against Kingdra and Shadow Claw versus Deoxys, but Hyper Beam, sure, I'll take it over Charge. Dragon Rush the Cradily and Shadow Claw again on the Deoxys. Uh-oh. I'm gonna potion the Togepi. Because if he's being targeted, could be in danger. Alright. We get out, we evolve the Togepi. Is it gonna be something that evolves again? Like a Munchlax? It's a cast form. That's not a good roll in the Evo. There are worse Pokemon, but not by much. Not by a whole lot. Alright. Well, we can still catch several more Pokemon. The rule is we catch one of everything. You have download. Okay. Download could be a good ability to have on one of our Pokemon in doubles. Only issue is Jump Love is not a good enough Pokemon. Headbutt pivots. I do think, beyond being overpowered, they're going to be a pain in the ass. They're going to take up so much time if you want to catch one of everything. Headbutt pivots are generally a little bit... They are definitely stronger than the other options you have available to you. They're going to be higher level, but it all evens out in the end. You're not going to get something that is going to be, level 100 at the end of the game when everything else is level 95 or anything like that. There's nothing good in there. I might go back for the Nidoran, or Nidorino. But I should also check these items. Metal Coat. Riolu is a Friendship Evo, so I'm going to catch this. We can evolve that pretty quickly. Bone Machine, Mega Drain, Hydro Pump. Okay. Some good moves. Escape Rope means we get access to a lot more items here. That's a very good Escape Rope pickup. Alright, so we use it here. That opens up this door. We get Moo Moo Milk, a Razor Fang, White Flute, and Odd Instance. So no... Unfortunately, no Moonstone. That's kind of what I wanted. Altaria, Dragon Flying. It's the biggest mon I've seen so far in a long time, so I'll catch it. Comes with a free TM, has Stab Drill Peck. TM is Zap Cannon. Maybe limit how many free teams you can take if you're allowed to catch everything. Honestly, I think my suggestion is just going to be to get rid of the catch everything rule. Okay, Gardevoir or not Gardevoir? Kingdra would want to catch that. I wanted to get this to show up at level 7 as well as level 6 and 8 and 9, but as far as I can tell, that's only the thing you can do on the GBA ROM patcher, because you can't set a range for grass Pokemon, like a level range for grass Pokemon in the tool that I was using. So let's catch the level 6. Or maybe just skip ahead to the level 9. Let's catch level 9. Yeah. Is it good? It's got Stall, so the answer is no, it is not good. Stall is not the ability we need. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the Riolu and the Gardevoir into a fight with the Bug Catcher. We're not locked in until we get XP from a wild Pokemon or we walk into Sprout Tower. So, shoot, I forgot to level up Friendship. That's his issue. Okay, it's ready to evolve anyways. Oh no. Oh, wait a second. Hey, you get out of here. Uh-oh. Another Scupper Cut? Sure. I don't think it's gonna matter though. That Follow Me might have just killed me. Okay, thankfully, I went for the Hyper Pump, or the Mega Drain. So we do survive. We get the Evo. It's Toxicrow. That's a quad weakness to Psychic. Ugh. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Is there anything else I should catch? The Nidorino, maybe? Maybe the Jumpluff? Let's make sure we buy a few more Pokeballs. Catch the Nidorino. Maybe it's good enough to run. At least to run as a secondary Pokemon. Heatwave, Bullet Punch, Punishment, and Sandstorm. It lowers the move at 8, or 7. Evolves if we pick up a Moonstone. For the one more catch, we're going to grab the maybe I try the Krabby. The Krabby will take so long to evolve, though. Let's check out the Jumpluff. I want the one that has download. Level 6 or level 8 are going to be fine. In all likelihood, we're just going to be tossing this run. There we go. Is it good? It's a good physical attacker. It's a little bit slow. And by a little bit, I mean quite a bit slow. We're going to run the Jumpluff in Gardevoir. I think that's just how it's got to go. And we'll make it work. Or we won't. Wait, do I have a special attacker anywhere in here? Let's take a look at the summaries. I mean, the Fortress is a special attacker, but it's Truant, so that doesn't work. The Castform is a special attacker, but it only has Uproar. It does learn a lot of moves. Not a special attacker, not any sort of attacker, but it does have Eruption and Mega Drain. Stall, I guess, isn't the worst move in the world, or worst ability in the world. It's not as bad as, say, Slow Start. I think the Altaria is probably the best Mon. It's not a special attacker, but if we go all in on physical moves, I guess, between between our two Pokemon. Maybe there's something there. One of the main reasons to want to have a special attacker and a physical attacker is, well, there's the obvious answer of you want to be able to hit walls for both defenses, but also because you're not allowed to use the same ability, same move on two different Pokemon, or on both your Pokemon. So you want to be able to, like, say, okay, the best moves for this Pokemon are not going to be the same as the best moves for the other Pokemon. That's what I'm trying to get at. Was I just using Drill Peck on the Luxray? I played the game too fast. I don't know what's happening on doubles. I think when the tournament rolls around, I just have to not hold the speed up button at all. Defense curl? No. Alright, that is all of the trainers. I also forgot to get that item. So now we move on to Sprout Tower. We did split up the XP a lot relative to last time, and yet we're still pretty much at the same level. It definitely doesn't hurt too much to split up the XP in those early fights because of how low level they all are. I wonder if there's ever a case to be made for me using Swagger on the Gardevoir to raise its physical attack. Definitely would be a better case if it had own tempo. Oh, those are some big Pokemon there. With Mold Breaker and Trace. So you traced... Which ability did you trace? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Let's scupper the Regice. Let's actually just try to get rid of the Regice first. Oh. Okay, I did not need to do it that way then. Uh-oh. Oh my god, you got an Entei also? Uh-oh. Let's heal Gardevoir. Get rid of the Ho-Oh. Let's assume that the Entei is the problem here because it came out before the Sneasel. So we're just going to take out that first. Alright, everything goes fine. We are, you know, way higher level than these guys. This first dungeon is pretty easy. until it isn't. Like I did end up just using a potion in here. I shouldn't say it's so easy. You know what I should do? Do it this way. Rotom is Ghost Electric, so I don't really have anything good to hit it other than Dragon Rush. Glare. Do I take Glare over Hyper Beam? I think I do. Our special attack is just so bad. Just gotta keep using Dragon Rush on Rotom. Alright, all clear from here. Team 70 is Seed Flare. That's a special move, okay. Is it learnable by either? It's learnable by both. And a max bot. Okay, we do have a lot better heals on this run than we did last time. Honestly, I feel like with the quality of life stuff and how often you can get on a run in HeartGold Soul Silver as long as you don't just die in the grass at the start, maybe we have like as few as 50 attempts. It's tough to say go lower than 50. Just because that'd be so much lower than... Okay, we just died. I'm talking about how easy HeartGold is. We're dead. Yep. Alright. I still think 50 seems about reasonable. 50 is like 75. I don't think we need to hit 100 on this tourney. Yanma into Togekiss. Very glass cannon Togekiss. And his Kingdra was so bad. Super tank with stall. Oh, I'd never even looked at the Ruins of Alph, just realizing that, but it only had Cacnea, so... Oh, yeah, right. And hitting Dark Cave crashes the tracker. So... do not do that. Do not try to look at Dark Cave in the log. Now I have to... restart. Right, back to the lab. We are gonna run ads here. I need to take a short break, get up, walk around a bit. I'll be back in just a few. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. What do we have this time? Rampardos, Swallow, Slackoff. Let's take the Rampardos. It's fast. With a lot of special defense. Not much in the way of attack or special attack. Not terrible in either of those, though. And it's only level 5. You gotta remember that. I don't remember what we're fighting. It's either a Swallow or a Slackoff. In either case, we don't have a super effective move for it. So I will be seeing about grabbing or looking for an early ball. Well, there's a Smoke Ball. That's not quite what I meant. Smoke Ball does not help me catch Pokemon. I already get one for free. So I'm gonna play the next few runs operating under the only 5 catches rule, right? I'm gonna see how that feels. I'm only allowed to catch 5 Pokemon. So I think the approach to that is going to be find the best Pokemon to catch for the initial fight. Oh, wow. All right, back to the lab. I think what happened there was that it had Water Absorb. I need to unbind the speed up key, honestly. Give me Carnivine versus Ponyta. Nah, give me Ponyta versus Cherim. We have super effective Sludge. We also have Flash Fire. Not that it helps much on a fire type Pokemon. Because we have a super effective move for the Rival's Ace, I'm just gonna take the shortcuts here. Because chances are I just run the Ponyta for the first fight. That was a crit. Okay, good poison. We should get out. Level 6 move is Stab Blaze Kick. I will take that over Ingrain because at least Blaze Kick is legal. Unfortunately, this is not Gen 3, so Blaze Kick is not a special move. That being said, you never know if we're going to evolve into a special or physical attacker. This isn't Roguemon. We're not going to run the Ponyta in all likelihood, but I mean, it is runnable. More than you can say for a lot of Pokemon. So let's see what's available to catch. Gligar evolves the Razor Thing. I don't have one of those, right? Oh, I don't have any items because I didn't pick anything up. Silly Realmer. That was the previous seed where I picked up a bunch of items. So let's grab everything over here first. Drifblim. Drifblim, I feel like, throws off the AI a lot. So that might be worth a catch. Swamper's also pretty good, but does have that quad weakness. I don't think it's really worth running a Pokemon with a quad weakness in Smart AI doubles, because those mons will beat up on you. They will gang up on you. They will pick on the poor 4 times weakness Pokemon. That's all the items. And we've seen, I think, all the Pokemon now. Right. Three and three. I think we're gonna catch the Drifblim to fight the first trainer. Flash Fire, okay. Okay, so here's what I could do. They both have Flash Fire. I can power up each other's fire moves. Alright. That's an interesting approach. Alright, Tauros and Flygon. We're gonna sludge the Tauros, and we're going to start Solar Beaming the Flygon, I think. I think we might be dead. Gonna potion the Drifblim so it survives this next turn. Attack Order is another physical move. I'll take it over Thrash, but we need special moves on Drifblim. This is not really a great combo we've got here. Assist? No, assist is banned. I don't think the Drifblim is what we need. It doesn't have enough special moves for a special attack. But we've done one of our 5 catches. That's how I'm approaching this. We're approaching this as if the rule is you only get 5 catches. Because I think that is what the rule is going to end up being changed to. Ooh, Venusaur. Don't just catch it. Don't just catch it. We have to see everything first. Is it 3 Pokemon? It's 4 Pokemon here. Armaldo. We got some stones. I think the Dusk Stone evolves the Snorunt, so we might consider that. Mimechir is a level 18 Evo. It's not going to be as good as it is in Roguelon because it's only Psychic type. There's no Fairy type yet. Zatu. Alright, so having seen everything out except Ruins of All, have not gone into the cave here. Not Noctowl, not Hoot. Okay. Having seen all of those, let me get a double check of our pivots. We have 4 catches left. I think Venusaur is definitely one of them. Probably, maybe Swampert. Probably Snorunt since we have the Dust Stone. Snorunt does evolve with the Dust Stone, right? No, it's a Dawn Stone, not a Dust Stone. Oh, dang it. In that case, I guess it's probably going to be the Venusaur, and then the Swampert. The Armaldo, and one more. Maybe the Haunter. Let's start with the obvious one. The obvious one is Venusaur. I'll also catch the Armaldo as long as I'm here. Water Absorb Armaldo, okay. With Giga Drain, Revenge, Return. It's a special attacker with a lot of HP. Does have legal setup. I mean, wait. What is the rule on setup again in Monomon? I think it's you can't use it on bosses. This is DuoMon. That rule's gonna be the same. All right, I still like the Armaldo. The Armaldo is runnable. I'd probably prefer the Ponyta over it. I'm really hoping for a physical attacker. Although, again, there's no guarantee that the Ponyta stays a special attacker. There's no guarantee that the Ponyta stays any good at all when it evolves. And I can't pivot off of it once it evolves. So, probably shouldn't run this at all. there's Venusaur. In the ball, please. I mean, there's a 100% catch rate, so it's pretty... I don't even need to say please, honestly. Lower HP. Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod Grass is a pretty good combo, but that is 40 speed at level 8. It's all speed. I'm not so sure that works. It's also... What is it? It's a mixed attacker. Alright, 2 mons left. Let's go get the Swampert. Do I maybe think about the Haunter at this point? Doesn't seem that far-fetched. Oh, apparently Snorunt is only level 42, not Dawnstone. Huh. I wonder if that's just a mistake. On like a tracker mistake. Okay, level 6 Swampert. I might prefer level 5, but I'm just gonna catch it anyways. It has a quad weakness, so I don't want anything to have. I don't want it to have any like really low defensive stats. Thick Fat is alright, I guess. It's a special attacker with lower speed. It's got some good moves, but I don't know. 1 Pokemon left. 1 catch left. I think I'm gonna go for the Haunter. The issue is Evo runs are tough to stomach in Monomon or DuoMon because you can't pivot off of a bad Evo. Once you get a bad Evo, you're just stuck with it. Whereas if this was doubles Kaizo, Evo runs would be a lot more appealing because of how many late pivot slots there are available in HeartGold. I'm gonna cast this Lunatone. I'm gonna, you know, theoretical double points Pokemon right here. What are we looking at? It's a special attacker, Hyper Beam, Leaf Storm, decent defenses. Those are some pretty bad moves because of how low PP they are. They're both also recharge moves, right? Or Leaf Storm might be a lower special attack by 2 stages. I think it's going to be Armaldo and probably Ponyta. Driftbloom learns moves every 3 levels starting at 11. it learns 11, 14, 17, and then jumps to 5 levels to 22. Then 2 moves to 27. Maybe I just cope the Drifblim Evo, or not Evo, but the Drifblim moves. I kind of like the Drifblim Ponyta combo, where they can boost each other's fire moves. Let's go for that. I'm not too excited about anything else we've caught, so at least this is a team combo. And also don't forget to take the items. Alright, first thing we do on this turn, we are going to kick each other. Or we're going to use fire moves on each other to boost our fire attacks. To see if this is a good idea or not. Bad miss on the Fire Fang. That's unfortunate. Try it again this time. It's not one shot. Does cause the flinch though. Garchomp. Let's get charging up a Solar Beam here. That Boomerang, pretty spooky. I need, excuse me, I need that Garchomp to die on this turn. Oh. House always wins. Alright, well... back to the lab. Honestly, I think I'm gonna... this is gonna be a pretty short stream today. I don't know, I'm still a little bit tired. So I'm gonna raid out. I might stream later tonight, except I won't. I won't stream later tonight. I can already tell you that. So who are we gonna raid? Jasper raided me a couple days ago. So let's return the favor. He's doing Uma Musume. Uma Musume? The horse game. So if y'all want to see that, stick around for the raid. We'll be back with probably more Roguemon tomorrow. And also check in to see when Seedsy next wants to do a Baldur's Gate Honor Mode Honor Mode stream. But yeah, I'm just a bit tired today, so I'll catch y'all later.